Scorpio, welcome to your Astroflower reading. This is going to be a reading going from the 16th, in fact, to the 23rd of January. Just coming to the last end of Capricorn season. So I hope you're doing well. Sorry, I've been away for 3 weeks because I've had a really bad voice, as you can well tell. So I've had to bring the microphone really in close. So let's just see what's going on for your week. We're going to be doing a chakra and aura reading at the end of this. I'm not going to be doing, I was hoping to do full 2 types of video, but unfortunately due to my voice I can't. So you'll have to bear with me for the time being. In the meantime, let's just get on with what's going on with your overall energies here. Okay, so you can't make an omelette without breaking eggs. Okay, so it may seem like it's a stressful time at the moment. You may feel like you've got a lot of pressure on. I think it's because there's things that need to get sorted. There's things that need to, get sorted, basically. And the overall energy here is sort of saying this stress will serve you in the coming future because it's going to help you to get things in line. Okay. Yeah, it's a 7 of Swords. So, it's playing smart here, not committing to things, listening a lot rather than actually saying anything. Judging the situation rather than sort of just going full on. It's good to listen to your heart, but also it's good to actually listen to your reason. It's good to listen to every aspect of your being. The heart is not the be-all and end-all of everything. It is just a part of some greater thing which we call our energy body in that respect. So I would listen to every aspect of it all, especially at the moment, because there's, as I say, there's pressures on you, but there's with those pressures there's come solutions. So let's just see what's going on with your karmic message on your relationship side. Okay, so there's loads of retrogrades going on at the moment. I think it's Mars goes into retrograde, and then we're in Mercury at the moment, and then when it goes from Mars, it goes to Mercury, and there's loads of stuff, So I would just be very careful about the sort of things you say. Try not to sort of say, as I was saying earlier here, listen rather than actually say things. And the karmic message here is, it's a new cycle. I think this is the solutions coming out of the stress and strain of the week. I think it's going to serve you really well, actually. And you're going to realize that, maybe you've had a difficult time in your relationships over the past. And it's going to be a case here where you almost, it's as if you don't, it's not that you don't care, but it's not, you're not worried about it. You're not going to put any pressure on it. And out of that becomes a whole new journey for you. Let's just see what's going on and how the universe is trying to influence this karmic message. It's like the moment, for those of you who have ever been in waves, surfing and stuff like that, it's that excitement, that exhilaration, that stress that you get from paddling for a wave and wondering how it's going to end up. And the universe is sort of saying, use this force that is within you to actually, progress a lot more, to propel yourself into the front. Basically. So we've got the King of Pentacles. So the universe is sort of saying you have everything within you. You've got to remain serene and competent, or have that air of competence about you. Not that you're not competent, but know what you're doing and know where you're going and know why you're doing it. And the universe is sort of saying we've got your back. There's a lot. It may have seemed like this Christmas and this whole New Year is a very stressful sort of time, as I said. But you've got this, you've got the universe that's trying to help you out here, and they're sort of saying you actually, if you delve deep, you will understand how to deal with a lot of these relationships, and some of them could be quite tricky. Some of them will not need any sort of intervention in a way. Some of them are you just got to let them roll. And it's just working out which ones to work, which ones to let roll and stuff like that. And it should be a lot easier. It should take a bit of pressure off you. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence this karmic message. I think they're reiterating this whole sort of thing. They're trying to create coincidences here for you that will take that pressure off you. That almost as if like life is working for you, and they're working really hard at the moment to try and create situations where it's very easy, it's very light, and so if you've got invitations to go out to meet people and stuff like that that are very light and easygoing, follow it. I'd really follow it. Yeah, they're looking after you. They're giving you that rite of passage in a way. You know, the guides here are really sort of yeah, they're working hard for you. I think they're working hard for you, and you know, it's coming out really well for you. I think if you allow the it's funny because I said this for Taurus as well, and you're very connected to Taurus. You know, you got to learn how to allow the currents to push you in the right direction, and when you see an opportunity, that's when you put the effort in. So you're conserving your effort in a way, rather than sort of wasting it. Let's just see what's going on how the guides are trying to influence that conversation that is within you. They're trying to calm you down, so you may have a lot of mental activity. We'll see that in the in your chakra and aura reading as well. They're really sort of saying, don't worry, relax, it's going to be all right. And they're trying to show those glimpses of a bright and beautiful future, basically. Sort of saying, look at the possibilities, look at this could grow into this could do that. You know, I think, yeah, they're trying to help you to sort of see things in a different way. You know, see things in a different light. Realize that, you know, there's more than one way to, I want to say skin a cat, because that's what we say in English. Well, that's what we say around our way. You know, there's more than one way to skin a cat. You know, I love cats. I don't know why people are going around skinning them. You know, I don't know. If you got the answer, tell me. But yeah, it's here. It's like you know, your guides are really trying to help you out. So if you do hear that voice inside you, sort of, you know, asking you to look at things a little bit differently, I would pay attention to it, and I would sort of follow it, open your eyes, see what the possibilities are, see how it connects with those, you know, those people that are around you. You know, in your circle, basically, in your circle of friends, in your circle of neighbours or family or that sort of thing. Let's just see what's going on the financial sort of side. Now, everyone's having a sticky wicket at the moment, but the thing is, it's a little bit like what I said at the beginning. You know, when times are tough financially, there's also lots of opportunities. There's more millionaires made in times of recession than there are in times of boom. So, you know, I wouldn't look at it as negative. I think collectively we're on a really bad situation, but I think individually we could really make this something else. Okay, let's just see what the karmic message is for you on your business front. And this could be to do with your job, your business, your projects. Preparation is, you know, it's 9/10 of getting there. If you prepare well for something, you know, you've just got to go through the door then. And that's what it's sort of saying here. I think there's a big change for you coming, or the opportunity to change, maybe to change the direction of your business, change the direction of your job, completely do a different job in a different area, and even in a completely different industry, you know. But it's preparing, and I think this is what they're saying here. You know, that yeah, the devil's offering his light, basically. And the devil is all about obsession and stuff like that. So, but he's also at the same time is the light bearer. So the devil brings its light and their light to the situation, because you can see all the opportunities. It's up to you to choose which opportunity you need to take, and there's obviously something that you need to walk away from, apparently. So in your financial world here, and I feel that as well. I don't think it's quite there at the moment, and this is why I think this week here is much more about preparation than anything else. Okay, let's just see how the universe is trying to guide this karmic message. Don't be afraid of something new. Don't be afraid of I know it's difficult sometimes, and I know it creates a little bit of a stress. We get back to that idea of paddling for that wave. You don't know if that wave's going to be good or bad. You know, you don't know if you're going to wipe out or it's going to be the most exhilarating ride you've ever had. But whatever it is, you've got to take it. And I think this is what the universe is sort of saying here. There's no, you know, there's no rest for the wicked if you bring the devil into this. But you know, I wouldn't rest on your laurels here. I'd really sort of look to sort of build or prepare for the changes that you may coming to you in this very near future. Yeah, the universe is really trying to sort of say on this card here, look after yourself, concentrate on yourself, concentrate on those futures. I think it's going to be a really good thing for you. And preparation is key here. Preparation is really key. So yeah, I would really look into that sort of side of things, and getting the opportunities and the preparation here is knowing yourself. I think this is what this is all about. It is knowing what you want. If you know what you want, then you cut out so much wasted time, effort, energy, everything like that. So the moment you realize, you know, what you really want, then you can really go after it. And I think this week here is you need a week to sort of, you know, square that off for yourself. You know, if you're really happy in your job, I would look at sort of avenues of evolving that, preparing your career path, basically. Let's just see what's going on, how the guys are trying to influence this karmic message. They're really taking an advisory role here in the way your coincidences sort of happen. And, you know, it might be a case where you see one, a fellow co-worker that does one thing, and that's the reaction. You can, without doing anything, you can sort of kind of go, okay, in that case, I should do that, or I shouldn't do that. That sort of thing. And, you know, the guys are trying to illuminate those coincidences, which is are learning coincidences. They're not necessarily going to show you this is the path, but they're going to show you what you should be putting together, because it is coming in quickly. And I think they're going to be this is where I say there's no rest for the wicked here. I think this is where the guides understand this, and the guides here are really trying to put you in a position where you know, you will be on the ball all the time. You'll feel like, and this is where that stress comes in a little bit as well. You're going to feel like you're going to be constantly on the move, or constantly, working on things. And this is what the preparation is all about. And it's gonna seem like your guides are really hammering you at the moment, but it is a learning curve. And I would just absorb it all up, just intake, because it's going to really help you in the next sort of like 2 or 3 weeks, how this sort of like plans out. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence this karmic, the conversation that is within you. Sorry, they're trying to beef you up. They're trying to sort of say, you know, you've got to know that you can do it, not just sort of kind of going, I'm capable of doing it. You know, that's a real difference to sort of kind of going, yeah, I can do that. To, yes, I think that's within my capabilities. It's a complete different, and they're trying to sort of say to you, yeah, you gotta let it shine. You gotta show who you are. You know, that sort of scenario. That's what it sort of seems like here. Yeah, this is a calling to your higher self. So this is a calling to the idea that you are doing well, that you have that force within you, you have that capability, and just go out there and get it. You know, I think this is like falling in love with yourself. This is what comes from here as well. So it's really, it's really playing out, I think, in a way that it's building a lot of security, which you like, Scorpio. And within that security, you're going to find happiness and peacefulness and contentment. And then you can bring that into your relationships as well, on your personal side of your life. I think in both sides, it's really looking like it's, it's teaming up, or it's setting up to be a really productive Aquarius season for you, which I think you will actually really enjoy, because you've got that air at the base of you, and you've got that mental side, that mental's energies that does flow through you, heavily astute levels. And once you get into that, I think it's going to really play in your favor. Let's just see what's going on the overall energies for you, for the outcome, as it were. So, yeah, the outcomes are that if you manage to learn a lot, take on that stress, and realize that stress is just building up to open up or unblock a pathway for you, you're going to see the silver linings that are going to start to appear on your horizon by the end of the week. Perfectly reiterates with the King of Cups there. You're going to have that. I've got a siren going on. You got to have that serene control over your emotions and make your life a lot more, plain sailing. Like your boat's going to be on an even keel. But the other thing with the King of Cups here, which is, which you should recognise, is that there is a starfish at the bottom of that, there. And, the majority of starfish, the work is all going on underneath it. The rest of it is just on show. There's all the leg work, there's all the feeding and everything like that. There's the movement, all the work's going on underneath. And I think this reiterates for this week for you. A lot of work that is going on underneath the surface. And you've got to play smart. You've got to think about yourself for this going future. So let's just move on to our chakra man. Let's just bring up our chakra man for you, so then we can have a look at your chakra and your auras. If you've been seeing what's been going on with the sun, you'll see that the sun has picked up a lot more activity. So therefore, we're looking at a lot more air and fire scenarios coming in. The corona holes have closed down, so a lot less in the way of earth. So we're going to feel like over the next 6 months even, you're going to feel that there's a lot of ideas popping to the surface, possibilities, a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of energy that comes in just like that out of the blue, and which is going to provoke a lot within our energies. It's going to really make the heart sort of like a lot more sort of fluttery, as it were. It's going to make the solar plexus a little bit more sort of determined, have that passion for life and stuff like that. But it's also going to make the emotions slightly torn, slightly stretched in a way. And this is where that King of Cups works in really beautiful for you, and the outcome, because it's going to help you to be cool, calm and collective. And being that person there is going to really help you in the future. So here we go. We've got the man here. So here's the root chakra, and then it goes up through the body, and then we've got the arms up the top, and then there's the head and the crown chakra. Let's just see what's going on here. It's a similar sort of thing to Taurus. The root chakra is not too bad. There's a lot more on the relationship side, so you may be working a lot more on the relationship, or concentrating your life on a lot more on the relationship side. But it's also about your positioning in society, positioning in the group, positioning in your social group and stuff like that. Trying to ground it, and the other side is more sort of to do with your finances and stuff like that, and your physical position in life. And that's a lot less at the moment. You might be working on those plans, as we saw in the tarot readings. But here the root chakra is really quite nice. Let's just see what's going on with the sacrum chakra. So there it goes there. So You know, are you having fun at the moment? Are you doing things that you want to do, that you enjoy doing, that is fun, and it's fun because it's fun? There's nothing else to get out of it. It's just fun. It doesn't seem that way. You know, don't forget your whole, you know, it's good to work hard. It's good to, you know, to get involved in that stress, to get things organized and everything like that. But you do need at the same time some form of, you know, release, a valve of pleasure in life. And I think that's missing a bit. And I would be a little bit more, it seems like you want to pleasure other people's situation rather than yourself. And I would just be a little bit wary of that. Just make sure you also are having, you know, moments where you're in, you know, you're having fun and it's helping you to sort of decompress through life. Let's just see what's going on the solar plexus. Well, that's really tight. I'd be really wary about getting into arguments and things like that, because I think if you don't hurt yourself, you're certainly going to hurt other people here. It may be a little bit difficult with family members or people that are really close to you, because you're trying to do stuff, you're under a lot of stress, and they may not understand it all. And I would just be a little bit careful of your force. You've got an incredibly good concentrated force within your solar plexus, and that's good for producing projects. That's good for sort of getting the determination and that passion to move on and to keep going forward. You know, it's a bit like the Knight of Wands, really. Within there, it's got that rhythmical fashion. The solar plexus is all about eating and times of eating and stuff like that. But yeah, I'd just be a little bit wary of that, how you use your force. Let's just see what's going on in your heart. A little bit thick. I wouldn't say it's withdrawn, but there is an aspect of that of kind of almost disappointment in the energy, in what's going on at the moment, but within that disappointment, there's a fait accompli. There's a way of sort of saying, oh, that's the way it is, and it's in a way nothing I can do about it. There is something you can do about it. You can put your heart and your desires into your life. I think that's really important here. I think this is where this comes up with the Seven of Wands as well. It's and your enjoyment of life ties into the sacrum as well. I think here is where you do need to sort of like start allowing your heart to express itself within your social life, or within your pastimes, within your pleasures, within the time that you spend with yourself. I think that's really important, because at the moment it looks a little bit dull, and it could do a little bit better. Let's just see what's going on your throat and your third eye. Yeah, you seem to be vocal at the moment, and sometimes, as I said, we're in those retrogrades and stuff like that. I'll just be a little bit wary about saying things without putting it through the filter first, because you may create difficulties for yourself. It's also, when you've got the throat chakra that's slightly longer than the third eye, bizarrely enough, it does help for clairvoyancy. It almost sort of connects with that sort of fluid energy that's the zeitgeist energy. So it's easier to sort of see through the mist of the things that you should be doing and where you should be going and stuff like that. Then it gets converted into the third eye, and there you can actually put it into place and connect it with all the other stuff and the emotions that is within you and everything like that. But it might be good for here for sort of like, more sort of listening than anything else. This is what I said in the tarot reading as well. So this is what I mean about the clairvoyance, is just taking it in of what's going on around you, learning those lessons of what to do and what not to do and stuff like that. And I think it'll really help you. Let's just see what's going on with your crown chakra. Actually, that's really good. You seem to be in a really good mental state, although the amount of stress and strains that is about you. It seems to be in a really good mental state. So I would use that mental things to do the calculations of what you want to live going forward and what you want to experience going forward. I think it's going to be really good for you. that it is getting slightly overcharged. And I think that's the stress. It's not a problem, but I think this is where the sacrum can come in to help you, where you can, engage with your pleasures in life, because that will actually free up. It be like defragmenting your memory or defragmenting your mind, so you can make a bit of space, so it's easier for you to go forward. Okay, so I think the main chakras here to really concentrate on when they're actually all pretty active and important. But I think the most important ones to be attentive about is the solar plexus and the heart. Solar plexus, you just need to let it widen a little bit, so you broaden your horizon, rather than having it really concentrated, and allow your heart to little flow out a little bit. Let's just see what's going on the aura front. Okay, you've got to get out of this. These conflicts may come in from mental conflicts or conflicts of people that you've been having in the past and stuff like that. But you may well be right in the situation. You may well be wrong. I don't know. Everyone's got living their own reality, as it were. But if you start having a conflict within you with another person or a situation that is not there in front of you, you're not going to get the answers, and you're only going to end up creating sometimes an illusion for yourself. And sometimes we send out thoughts. We all do it. Kind of going, that person there, and that thought there will just go around that person and then come back and get you. It's like a boomerang, and you seem to be hurting yourself more than anything else. So I would be a little bit wary of that. Because I think with the activity of the sun and how the sun's been acting, it's going to be trying your waters a little bit. So I would be really wary about that. Let's just see what's going on as well. Yeah, that mental side of your energy is also showing up in your aura, making it a little bit top heavy. So, and this is what I was saying earlier on, make sure you get into activities that makes your energy just flush down, so you can feel life. You can live it and you can feel it. And I think you'll really, really enjoy that. I think it'll make a lot of difference to your outcomes in the future. So there you go, Scorpio. I hope you did enjoy that extended reading. We welcome all messages and sort of suggestions in the comments below. Obviously, share this video, get everybody to subscribe to it, because as soon as we can get to monetization, that magic number of 1,000 subscribers and etc., we can start doing live videos. And it'd be great to have any questions coming in directly as I'm doing the readings, because I love doing that sort of thing. I do that every day within my healing sort of section as well. I do have 5 slots open for a reading. I open 5 slots a week. I won't be doing more than that, simply because I do have other healing sessions with other people, with the people I work with locally around here. Yeah, there is a possibility to have either a healing or an Astroflower reading, whichever you so prefer, and you can find that in the links below. But there is only 5 in the week, so and that's going to be open for the next month and a half, I think. Okay, so there you go, Scorpio. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.